Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Hunter. Hunter is from Eugene, in Oregon, in the USA. So, let's see what Hunter has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello. Good now. How are you, Hunter?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. Thanks for being so sweet and accept my invitation for this interview on Sunday morning.
Yeah, thank you.
Good. So just before we start the game, Hunter, just tell me, where are you from?
I'm originally from Colorado, but I live in Oregon now. So.
Right. And what do you do for a living?
So I'm kind of a jack of all trades. I mean, I've owned online retail businesses. I've done bartending. Most recently, I've done like DoorDash and Uber and just all sorts of freelance gig stuff. So yeah. I think now I'm going to be getting into more like package delivery because that's where the money's. So
it's true. It's the word. It's a different world right now, isn't it? We are adjusting ourselves to the new world by what's happening right now, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and that's the same thing with my online business that I had back in 2008. That was during the recession, and I had to kind of adjust for that. Which it thrived in the recession. So
I see. And so you live in Oregon, and what is the name of the city?
Eugene.
Eugene. So what's the best part of living in Eugene?
Oh my God. Probably I would say the fog. It's just so crazy how the fog comes in and sits in the Willamette Valley. It's really magical, and you it's green all year round.
Wow, it's like London. London's for gold. That's funny. And so you lived, and how long have you been living there for?
I've lived in Eugene, not that long, but I've lived in Oregon for like a few years because I lived in Bend as well.
Okay.
Central Oregon, it's a little bit more desert-like. And, yeah.
I see. And now your family are back in Colorado?
Yep.
I see. Okay, Hunter. So welcome to William and the Magic Box. This lovely box full of random fun questions. Okay. So I'm just gonna play some music just for us to get a bit in the mood before the first question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Hope you like it. Okay, Hunter, ready for the first question?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay, the first question is, if you could go anywhere in the world right now, where would you go and why?
Oh, there's so many places. It's probably really cliche, but I would say up to the North Pole just to see like the ice caps and, I've always wanted to go to the Arctic and see the like the Northern Lights and all that, and that's going away. So
good. I think I'd like to go there as well. In my bucket list for sure.
I think it's called Pittsburgh is like the true North Pole, and yes. Anybody can go there. Like it's just like an open area for any country to go.
Good.
So
very good. Let's go for the second question. Let's do it. Okay, before the next question, tell me what's the biggest difference between Colorado and Oregon?
I would say, Oregon and Colorado are very like similar in the sense that like Eastern Oregon and Central Oregon is all high desert. So, I mean, that's actually very similar to Colorado, but it's nice having that duality of being able to go from the mountains to the coast within 30 minutes. So that's my favorite part of it, because you can't get that in Colorado. You're very landlocked and there's not that many lakes. There's not that many waterways. And in Oregon, it's just everywhere. There's rivers, there's waterfalls, there's the ocean. It's like anything that you want. So that's probably difference is like the moisture, because I have to put on lotion in Colorado like 3 times a day.
It's like where I come from. I'm originally from Brazil. When I come from a place, it's a state called Mato Grosso, and it's like 40 degrees almost every single day. It's like it burns you. It's like where I come from. It's really hot. It's really, really warm where I come from in Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next question is, who is a celebrity that you admire and why?
I really admire Sarah Michelle Gellar, and I mean it's not only because she played in Buffy, and I know what you did last summer. You know, she's kind of a scream queen.
I love that movie.
But she really, like, she kind of stays out. Her and Freddie Prinze Jr. stay out of the spotlight. You know, they don't go for the crazy tabloid stuff. They're not trying to like be vocal about their opinions. They're just celebrities living their lives, you know. And that's what I love most about them. They're like actually decent people. Like you can tell that they're just genuinely good people. So
absolutely, I agree with you. I think they are very focused in their careers, like what their love, their passion are, where they forget about the spotlight, you know what I mean, those tabloids and everything that to make like headlines. You know, they are just focused in their career. That's I agree with you. Totally.
Yeah, unlike, you know, Alyssa Milano or some of the other ones, you know.
No names. I'm like a big list. You'll be like a big list of it. Another question, Hunter. Next question is, what makes you the happiest?
Being in nature. You know, being like up on a hike and just outdoors, away from the city and the pollution and everything. It's nice to just get away. You know, that's what like all the lockdowns and everything has been great for, because, you know, before we were all just going to bars or going to concerts or sports, you know, and now we can't do any of that stuff. So we have to actually get back to nature and get back to basics. So
you are totally right. And I'll tell you something now. And to be honest with you, I've never been a big fan of running outdoors. I don't know why. I love being in the nature. I love like parks, but for some reason, I never liked running outdoors. But last year, when the lockdown started, I had no option. I had no like other plan B. So I started running in the park. And to be honest with you, I enjoy a lot right now. And actually, I'm gonna carry on doing it because it's so powerful to be outdoors, like the nature, running in the parks. Just the fact that we are there, it's fresh air. I think it makes a difference. It gives even more kind of strength for you to do it, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So I think people, they appreciate more right now, like being around, being, you know, outside, outdoors, than just being in close places, as you said, bars and other things as well.
Yeah, people get cabin fever for sure, you know, being locked up and cooped up and, you know, being in cities, it's very unnatural, you know, like we need to start designing our cities to be more nature incorporated.
Totally. Cool. Another question. Let's do it. Cool. Right. What do you like the most about your best friends?
Just that we can pick up where we left off immediately. I think that's like the most important part of a friendship, you know, because some of my best friends, like we don't live in the same cities, you know, we're living two completely different lives, and we can always just, whenever we talk or hang out, we can just pick up right where we left off. It's like, you know, the past 5 years or however long hasn't even happened. So that's my favorite part about my friends. But
I believe that when the connection is there, there's no time or distance. When the connection is there, it's always will be. You know what I mean? My best friend lives in Canada, in Montreal, like far away, and he's the friend that I talk the most because I've got so many friends around me as well. But he's the one who I talk the most, and he's the furthest. He's far away from me. So yeah, I agree. Cool, Hunter. You enjoyed the show so far?
Yeah. No, this is great. I love it.
Let's get another question. What are you drinking, by the way?
I'm drinking tea. It's green tea.
Ooh, good. Good for early morning.
From coffee. because coffee's too intense sometimes. So.
I agree. Okay, Hunter, which book had a big influence on you?
I would say the Celestine Prophecy really had like a big influence on me.
Why?
I've always been very spiritual, and it's a completely fictional book, but it has a lot of good elements that you can get out of it, and it's almost like The Secret in a sense, where you're manifesting it, you know, and the more you manifest it, it starts snowballing, and yeah, it's very hard to explain, but I think it's a good guide to life, and seeing the patterns and things and how things flow together. And
I understand. You always been very spiritual through your life?
Yeah, I have, and I've recently kind of taken more of a step back from it because I still meditate, I still do my spiritual work, but I'm focusing more on the physical now, like, you know, my career and different stuff. So
okay, another question for you. Next question for you is, are you a cat or a dog person? And if you could be an animal, which one would be and why?
So I love dogs. Dogs are great, but I'm definitely a cat person. They're just so much better in every way. You know, I just love how much attitude cats have, you know, and they're a lot smaller too, so they're easier to take care of. They're not as much
very independent.
Yeah, very independent. So I'm actually a lot like a cat in a lot of ways. I'm very independent, and I like my space, and you know, then I'll approach you when I want to be approached. No.
You are in charge. I think that the cats, they are the king of the queen of the house. You know, they're in charge of everything. If you leave their food, their water there, they're gonna look up themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you could be an animal, which one would be? A cat as well?
Yeah, actually, I've always said that my spirit animal is a domesticated house cat. So.
Look how cute.
Oh, I love cats.
He was sleeping, and I had the cat. He was a bit scared of the hat when I was trying to catch him.
Yeah, those are the craziest ones, you know. They are. I've had a few of those tiger striped cats, and they're wild.
Yeah, this one is biting a lot right now. He's biting a lot. All of us who have scratched our hands.
Yeah.
Say goodbye, Tiger. Goodbye. Say goodbye to Hunter. Bye. Say goodbye. He's just looking around. Oh, it's so sweet.
Yeah, I love cats. I actually want to get a cat here soon, but I've just been being patient because I want to get a shelter cat or something. You know, I don't want to go with.
Let's see. Okay, let's get another question for you. Let's do it. Right. What is the most memorable lesson you learned from your parents?
I think I was actually raised by my grandparents, so it would be, you know, my grandparents. But I think it's that nothing in this world is free. It always comes at a price, you know. And even if someone says it's free, there's always something attached, you know. So you literally have to work for. You have to earn your way, you know. You can't just slide by because there's always some Rumpelstiltskin deal attached to it, you know. So
I see. And so they raised you since early age?
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. I was raised for my grandmother as well for a few years only, because when I was a child, my parents got divorced. No, I mean, they separate, not divorced, they separate I think was for almost a year. And at the time, so my grandmother from my mom's side, she was raised me for a while as well. And after, and they got back together afterwards. And it was so hard for my grandmother to let me go at the time. I don't remember, of course, I was very little, but yes, I heard a lot of stories about it afterwards. Right, let's get another question for you. Okay, next question is, do you have any pet peeves?
Pet peeves? I'm a very clean person, so I do have a pet peeve with like messes. I like things to be organized and clean, and then it's more comfortable. So I think that's my biggest thing is like.
What is your star sign?
I'm an Aquarius.
Interesting. I thought it would be Taurus, because Taurus, they are very, very organized, very clean as well.
Well, I'm on the cusp too. I'm on the cusp of Pisces, so it makes it very interesting. I share a birthday with Yoko Ono and Paris Hilton. So those are very interesting people to share a birthday with. It's like
Totally, I agree with you. Another question, Hunter. Let's do it. Before the next question, can you see the background of yours? It's like it's a frame, a picture frame. It's quite interesting.
It's a throw, actually. It's like a little blanket that I had from when I was a kid, and it's actually when the Broncos won the Super Bowl.
Oh, I see.
Green Bay Packers, and I think it says it's from January 25th, 1998.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
So I don't know how old I was, probably in like the 3rd grade or 4th grade, I don't know. But.
Okay, next question is, what was your worst wardrobe mistake?
I would probably say when I was in middle school, I didn't know how to like shop for the right size of my clothes, and I was growing so tall so quickly that I couldn't keep up with it, and I ended up having high waters, and it was just terrible. I mean, like, looked terrible. And now, like, I make sure that my jeans come all the way down, that I have long enough jeans. But yeah. And now I see all the kids wearing high waters, like all the young 18, 21-year-olds, and I just think it looks terrible. I'm not a fan, and never will be.
Do you have many pictures of yourself wearing those trousers?
I'm pretty sure I got rid of all of those with the acting pictures, the pizza face pictures. So, yeah.
Another question for you. Okay, Hunter, next question for you is, what are you most passionate about?
There's a lot of things. I mean, I think it kind of goes back to nature. I really am like very passionate about nature, and that's what I've been trying to focus on recently. I would say that I used to really be passionate about politics, and now I'm like not as much passionate about it. I'm about more of a social change rather than a political change. So I think I think that we definitely need to have more of a social change as well. But
like, are you more like you like more being around the seaside, or more like a mountain person, like in the mountains, the forest? Which one is your favorite part of?
Yeah, probably the forest and the mountains, but I do love the seaside as well. It's like
it's tough to enjoy.
Well, you get both, because I mean, there's the mountains right next to the seaside. I mean, they're very small. They're only they're foothills, but yeah.
That's the question. Okay, Hunter. Next question is, which movie had a big influence on you?
As far as like spiritually goes, Cloud Atlas really did have a big influence on me. That just had so many like great actors that all came together to do it, and it was such a beautiful work of art, you know, that I think really embodied what past lives and future lives and reincarnation really is. And it gets into like space-time stuff, like really like scientific quantum stuff, and it merges those two things together. And I think it's a really underrated movie, partially because it's like hours and hours long. I mean, it's such a long movie. It's hard to keep.
Yes.
But
it's interesting.
That definitely, when I saw that movie, things really clicked for me. I'm like, okay, that's where we're at. You know, there's no disagreement between science and spirituality. It's actually the same thing. So
very interesting.
You have to watch it a times because it's so much at once. It's hard to pick up on all this stuff. So you have to watch it once and then ponder on it, and then like a month later watch it again.
I see. Okay. 3 questions left for you, okay?
Okay.
Let's do it. Right, Hunter. Next question for you is, what's the biggest difference between you and your best friends?
I would say the biggest difference is that I just kind of have this wanderlust. Sorry. And you know, I've always wanted to travel. I've always wanted to go to different places and just be adventurous. And I feel like my best friends are not that at all. Like they're kind of homebodies. They do stuff online. They play video games. They like, they rarely go out. So I mean, it's hard sometimes because it's like I want to, you know, go do stuff with my best friends and go hiking and stuff. And yeah.
They are close somewhere.
I just have my other friends that I go hiking with and that I do my stuff with. Sometimes I just vacation and travel by myself, so.
Yeah, which is okay as well, isn't it? Our company sometimes are the best ones if we not have our dearest ones around, I believe.
Oh.
Cool.
And it makes the journey better anyways, so.
That's true, I believe. Sorry. 2 questions left. Let's do it. Right, next question for you is, what is the funniest gift have you ever received?
The funniest gift I've ever received? Probably when I was in 6th grade, my brother got a bunch of gag gifts for the whole family. He went to Spencer's and just got like a ton of like really weird, like not even good you know, they're just supposed to be funny. And mine was like, it looked like a box of chocolates and it said a gift for you. And when you opened it up, it had like, you know, the Easter grass, the fake plastic Easter grass. It had that with like a fake turd, a plastic fake turd. And I saved that. I had that for years and years and years because it was just so cute and so funny.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet.
We have really big sense of humor, my brother and I, my older brother.
Good,
So.
very good. Right, Hunter, ready for the last question?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Last one. Okay, the last question is, what is the most romantic thing someone have ever done for you?
I think like the most romantic thing was like when this one guy that I had just started dating, I had never told him what kind of flowers I like at all, or the fact that, you know, a guy has never given me flowers. It's never been a thing that's happened. It's always been a very masculine, unmasculine vibe.
Yep.
Not really, you know, flowers were kind of seen as like, I don't know, just something guys don't do. Like, why would a guy want flowers? You know, we'd rather dinner, you know, something, I don't know. And so this guy that I was dating, he asked my best friend what my favorite flowers were, and then had them sent to my address. And it was like a total surprise, you know. And yeah, it was just nice that like someone had went to that length
Absolutely.
to do that, because you know I've had other relationships where that definitely did not happen.
I agree. I think when people give us flowers, I think it's something stick to our head, because it's something. It's a simple gesture, and you know it's flowers. I think flowers. It's kind of, it comes in your mind like flowers, like a present. You know, like a genuine present. And as you said, men, we don't get flowers like easily. There's something that people don't give flowers to men. Still.
Yeah.
That's good.
I don't know what it is, but maybe we can
Actually,
try.
right. Okay, Hunter, not the end yet, okay? So let's play now the quick thinking game. So I'm going to give away some words, and you just tell me one word that comes to your mind, okay? Quick thinking. Ready?
All right.
Let's do it. Politics.
Sham.
Love.
Eternal.
Good one. Money.
Evil.
Family.
Important. Very
Life.
important. Yeah, that's 2 words.
Life.
Short.
Sex.
Beautiful.
Religion.
Indoctrination.
I like this word. Wow, I like that word. Indoctrinate. Oh, wow, I love it. How about fear?
Dark.
Okay. Friendship.
Social.
Okay. Regret.
No.
Okay. Desire.
The temptress.
Good one. Success.
Success. Perspective.
Good. Happiness.
Yearning.
Good. Wish.
Magic. I mean,
Good. And if I tell you Colorado, one word.
Colorado. Weed.
Good one. How about Oregon?
Wildlife.
Okay. And the last one now. Spirituality.
Spirituality.
One word.
Internal.
Okay. Okay, and let's pretend now I'm going to meet your best friends, your close friends, and I'm going to ask them, tell me the most beautiful thing about Hunter, and tell me something that he still needs to improve on. What do you think your best friend will tell me?
I think that my best friends would probably say that, you know, I just have this amazing light about me. They always tell me that, like, I just light up a room, and that, you know, my positive energy it's contagious with people. So I'm very, I'm kind of like the motivator almost. You know, I'm always trying to bring up the morale. I think one thing that I need to work on is like not being so all over the place, not being, you know, here and there and everywhere. Because I mean, I want to do so many things at once, and really I just need to stop tending to so many people and really focus on myself and my own needs. So
A good advice come for your best friends, for sure.
they've actually specifically told me that recently. So that's the funny thing. Like, we just had a conversation just like that. So
You see, that's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, Hunter, let's play now Hunter and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question, okay? Okay, Hunter, you can ask me a question now.
So what is your like career or future plans? Like, where do you see yourself going? Do you want to do like more online stuff, or do you have other plans as well?
Cool. To be very honest to you, what I'm doing right now, that's my goal. That I want to do that for life. I'm so lucky and fortunate that last year during this lockdown, I went literally for a run in the park, and literally this idea came up to me of what I'm doing right now, this project, Willing the Magic Box. So answer to your question, that's my plan. I would like to do that as a full-time job, and also I have other projects as well, connect with this one, based on this one. But first, I'm working hard to get this project in a bigger proportion. So when I start to gain some benefits out of it, so that's when I'm gonna start working on the projects as well. So yeah, I believe that when you start doing anything in your life, any kind of project, when you step in when you give the first step, other things come along as well. Your ideas go in different direction. When people are very creative, and I think when you start out something, other things come along the way. So I believe that's what I'm doing now. And to be honest with you, I've been learning so much doing that kind of interaction with people around the world. Interesting people like you. There's so much to share, so much to share with the world. And since I started out, other ideas started coming along as well. And so yeah, that's what I would like to do, like online, like this interaction I'm doing right now. But of course, with all the opportunities gonna come along, I believe as well. So I think whatever area you work, whatever you do in your life, when you step in, and when you believe in your dreams or your passion, whatever you are doing, I think other opportunities come along as well, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's what I like to do for life. Like, it's just, to be honest to you, Hunter, I could do that for 24 hours, no stop, because I don't see as a job. I see as a joy. You know what I mean? It's funny when I tell my friends, they go like, "Oh my God, really? Sunday you are doing shoots?" I said, "Oh my God, yes." And I could do like no stop, because it's just so nice to connect with people, and to see people sharing their point of view, their background, their beliefs. So that's what I aim for the future, to do this as a full-time job. That's what I'd like to do.
Nice. And I have a lot of friends that do live casting and different YouTube stuff, and you can definitely make it a full-time job, a career, in fact.
Right.
Like, you're on the right track for that. Like, that's exciting.
Thank you very much. Thanks so much, and thanks for being kind and sweet, and and accept my invitation as well on Sunday. Some people on Sunday, they have their own routine, it's relaxing day, but thanks for taking the time and be part of my show as well. And did you have a good time?
Oh yeah, it was great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks so much. Thanks for being nice and sweet. And before you go, Hunter, if you can share a positive quote or a positive message, something that inspires you.
I think my favorite quote as of recently is that there is no good or bad, there is only fear and love. Because good and bad, I mean, that could be depending on the person's point of view, their perspective, So what's good to me may be bad to you, and vice versa. So I think that explains a lot more, that when we're acting out of fear, we're literally on the path to the dark side. We're, like Yoda says in Star Wars. But and if we just simply act out of love in every action, then we're not going to be doing anything wrong. So yeah, I've been trying to live by that recently, not live in fear and live in love. And
I like that, actually. I really like this. I think you're totally right. I think we need to focus on what is good and what is making us feel happy. They're not like wrong or bad, as you said. Maybe sometimes what could be bad for you, maybe not for me. Maybe, you know what I mean? So I totally agree with what you would say. It makes all sense. I agree. Right, Hunter, it was a pleasure. Thanks so much.
Okay. Great, thanks.
Hey, thanks so much. All the best, and enjoy your Sunday, okay? Keep in touch.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. Bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first subscribe to our channel, and after that just go to our website www.williamandthemagicbox.com and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show, and I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.